Yo, hey, this shit easy, nigga. Hey, all I'm talking about, nigga, I'm still out here trying to get it.
Contender Regime Boxing, checking back in with y'all, man. What's good? So we have David Benavidez versus Caleb Plant. It's finally here tomorrow night, man. It's going down. This is a fight that I've been wanting to see for quite some time. Everybody really wanted to see this fight when both guys were champions and undefeated for a unification match. These two have been atop the 168-pound division for about the last 3, maybe 4 years. Of course, Canelo Alvarez came up there and really took shit over without fighting either one of these dudes. Well, he fought Caleb Plant, but, that was, for that, I believe that was the last belt for him to become undisputed. You dig what I'm saying? So Canelo went up there, took that shit over, stopped Caleb Plant, and now these guys are basically fighting for an opportunity to either get another shot at Canelo Alvarez. For Caleb Plant, it'll be a rematch. For David Benavidez, it would be his first opportunity to fight Canelo Alvarez if he decides to stay at 168. This is an opportunity to make a statement in this division. If Canelo ends up moving out of 168, or, to rival him as the number one fighter in the division, to get another opportunity to get in the ring with him and claim kingdom in this weight class. So this is a big fight for both guys. It's a lot on the line. It's one of those fights where these guys have a history. They have bad blood. There's been multiple occasions over the last few years where these guys have run into each other out the ring and then had arguments, heated discussions. There has been a level of respect there, but then it just seems like that respect continued to dwindle because Benavidez felt like Caleb Plant was ducking. Caleb Plant then made a real effort to put that fight together with Benavidez over the last 6 months to a year. He was really pushing for that fight, and now we have it. It's finally here. So it's a huge step up for Benavidez. This is the best fighter as far as Caleb Plant being in his prime. Being in his prime, one of the top fighters in that division. This is the best fighter that David Benavidez has been in the ring with. His biggest step up fight for Caleb Plant. This is just another huge test. A pressure fighter, a guy with big power, fast hands, a physically big guy. And it's a huge task for Caleb Plant. It's a big task for David Benavidez stylistically, because we know Benavidez is a pressure fighter. I don't think he's necessarily the greatest fighter when it comes to cutting off the ring. His defense ain't the best. He cut the ring off decent, but Caleb Plant can move. You know what I'm saying? And David Benavidez's defense ain't the best, so that's one of the things that I'm looking to see in this fight if he's improved, because that's one of his biggest weaknesses: lack of defense, lack of head movement. I think he could be better at going to the body. He do a lot of head hunting. You know what I'm saying? So, this is going to be a fight where both guys can really prove that they have elevated. For Caleb Plant, this is an opportunity to show whether or not his gas tank has gotten better. He got Coach Larry Wade, the same guy that he had in the Canelo Alvarez fight, but after 4 rounds, he gassed out in that fight. And then he showed, y'all know how I feel, man. He showed some, he showed he got a little hoe in him. No disrespect to Caleb Plant. He a fighter. He doing some shit that I can't do. You know what I'm saying? But, he showed that he got that hoe in him when he was in the ring with Canelo Alvarez. You know what I'm saying? And asking him, do you think I'm a good fighter for 21-0? I'm pretty good, aren't I? You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit was real friendly. And I didn't like that. And soon after, I think a round or 2 later, he got brutally stopped. So after round 4, he was boxing phenomenally in the first 4 rounds. And then after that, he just gassed out. He stopped moving as much. He stopped throwing the jab as much. His head movement dwindled. And Canelo Alvarez, who was just patiently waiting and kept coming forward, slowly but surely, ended up getting to him and stopping him. So Caleb Plant has to show that his gas tank has gotten better, that he's gotten better endurance, that his chin is better. You know what I'm saying? That he can be consistent over 12 rounds versus a pressure fighter. You know, so both guys have things that they should have worked on all the way up until this point to show that they have improved and taken their game to the elite level. And there's no other or better fight to do that than in this fight versus themselves, versus each other, that's really going to be able to separate the two and show us over all these years who was the one that was really about that shit and who was just talking shit. You dig? So I just saw the weigh-in. Both fighters look good. Caleb Plant looked like he's in incredible shape as always. He was in that same type of shape versus, like, physical shape versus Canelo. Again, I just told y'all he gassed out. Y'all seen the fight. This is the most slim and ripped that I've seen David Benavidez ever in his career. He's still shaped like a box of Newports. That ain't changed, but he done got his belly down some. You can actually see abs. This is the first time I ever seen abs on David Benavidez, which is incredible. So that leads me to believe that this dude really taking this shit serious. You know, he kept his weight down over the, like, before camp, so it could be easier for him to transition to his fight weight. He looked real good, man. He looked strong. I don't know if he's drained in the face. He's as slim as I ever seen him, but he didn't look like sunken in to me. He didn't look drained, and he looked decent. He looked like a 168-pound fighter, a big 68-pound fighter. That's what he looked like. Caleb Plant, he looked solid, strong, looked like he made the weight easy. Body looked full. He looked good. You know what I'm saying? So I think that could spell danger for Caleb Plant, having a Benavidez who's motivated, because you got to be motivated for him to, because he always struggled with weight. For him to get down to this type of shape, Benavidez is motivated, man. I saw videos of him leading up to the fight, doing interviews and training and hitting on the heavy bag and stuff. He laughing, he smiling, he seemed like he full of life. They say a happy fighter is a dangerous fighter. So that kind of, I don't know if he was just putting on a good poker face, but it seemed like he wasn't having a real hard time making the weight, and he looked good. So I'm excited about this fight, man, and I really and truly believe this is a 50-50 fight. Stylistically, you got the pressure fighter who is good coming forward, throwing punches and bunches, and then you have a very skilled, outboxer in Caleb Plant who got hand speed, showed that he has power with the knockout over Darrell, even though Darrell's an older fighter, you know what I'm saying, at the end of his career, but he still got the knockout in impressive fashion. He did what he said he was going to do. Caleb Plant got good head movement, defense. He's slick. So this is a classic stylistic matchup. And I think as far as skill set, Caleb Plant is clearly, in my opinion, the more skilled fighter overall. And in a perfect world, if he had a great gas tank, I would think that, this might be a 60-40 or 55-45 fight in favor of Caleb Plant. But because of those gas tank issues, because he showed that friendly shit, it's more on the 50-50, aspect for me. It's more of a 50-50 fight for David Benavidez. If he had better defense and, if he went to the body more, if he had a better jab, I would say that this was a more 60-40 fight for David Benavidez. So both of these guys got weaknesses, which is why I'm calling it a 50-50 fight. But I know why y'all here for my prediction. And I ain't going to hold y'all too much longer. I have David Benavidez winning this fight by a brutal knockout. I think it's going to be a brutal beatdown. I think Caleb Plant going to look really good in the first 4 to 6 rounds. He going to look really good. He going to look like he's styling and profiling, feet moving, shuffling, you know what I'm saying, shucking and jiving, moving and grooving. He gonna be doing his thing, popping the jab, looking pretty, you know what I'm saying, head movement, you know what I'm saying, making little gestures when he make David Benavidez miss. He gonna be looking at the ropes like Floyd Mayweather, like, what who you punching at? Like, where you thought that punch was gonna go? You thought you was finna hit me with that? He gonna be having all those different type of, mannerisms in the ring and just looking fly in the first 4 to 6 rounds. But then I think we gonna see the same Caleb Plant towards the late part of the fight that we saw in that Canelo fight. I think David Benavidez gonna stay steadfast, keep that pressure going. But keep in mind, David Benavidez's punch output is way higher than Canelo Alvarez. So from round 1 on up, he gonna be throwing punches while he coming forward. And Caleb gonna have to be dodging them bitches, and it's gonna make him work even harder, which can make that gas tank deplete a little bit faster. I think by round 7, round 8, I'ma say round 9, round 10. I'ma call it round 9. Y'all know I love round 9. Right before round 10, where shit really get real, I'ma say round 9, David Benavidez, he gets to Caleb Plant. He get to him. The pressure is too much. Caleb Plant, the movement is slowed down. He gonna get cornered, get him on the ropes, and I think David Benavidez gonna put them hands on him, man. Brutal stoppage by David Benavidez. I think he gonna hurt Caleb Plant bad. He gonna hurt him real bad. That's what I see, y'all. Y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments. How do y'all feel about this matchup? I put the poll up for y'all to actually do y'all predictions there. But here, give me a little bit more in-depth breakdown on who you think gonna win and why. And we'll do a post-fight reaction as well after the fight. You dig what I'm saying? We might go live and just do a little quick post-fight reaction. But y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments, man. Contender regime boxing. I'll holler at y'all boys, man.